Well, the Seahawks are looking to bounce back from their first loss of the season. I'm Jen Mueller and John Boyle with you for key matchups to Sunday's game against the 49ers. John, let's start here. We know that DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett can produce highlight reel catches, but they're going against a pretty stingy 49er secondary.
Yeah, all season long, Russell Wilson's really relied on the passing game, and those two guys in particular. They've got over 1,000 combined receiving yards and 12 touchdowns. That's the most for any pass-catching duo in the NFL. Last week, obviously, we saw Tyler Lockett have the huge 200-yard game. But you're right, Jen, that 49ers defense has been really good, particularly against the pass. They rank third in passing yards allowed, fourth in opponent passer rating. They've only given up 8 touchdown passes all year. So the Seahawks, with their injuries at running back, we know they're going to need that passing game again, so it's going to be a tough challenge to get that done.
You know, for all the yards the Seahawks defense has given up this year, not many have come against tight ends, but I guess George Kittle is an entirely different story.
Exactly. You know, the Seahawks passing defense has struggled a little bit this year, but they have done a good job against tight ends. They've only allowed 19 receptions, no touchdowns to tight ends. But as you said, George Kittle is a whole different beast. In only 5 games, he already has the most receiving yards of any tight end in the NFL. He hasn't quite been as dominant this year thanks to some injuries, but we know once he's fully right and he gets going, which it looked like he was last week, he is a great player. And also in the run game, he can really move guys and be tough at the line of scrimmage. So Seahawks are going to have to take care of Kittle.
And lastly, you've got a lot of injuries for both of these clubs, but when it comes to that run game and run defense, how do you see that playing out on both sides?
Exactly. We don't really know who's going to be suiting up at running back for either team right now, but they both want to lean on the running game. Obviously, the Seahawks have been a little more pass happy this year, but they still want that ability to be balanced, especially as we just talked about against a great passing defense. 49ers, that Kyle Shanahan offense really is at its best when they get the run game going. And it's a credit to his scheme that no matter who's been in there, they've been running the ball well. They've had a lot of injuries there. Still rushed for 197 yards last week. They're 8th in the NFL in total rushing. Seahawks have been mostly good against the run. They've had that Minnesota game that was a little tough. End of the Arizona game, they gave up more yards than they liked. But overall, it's still been strong, allowing 4.1 yards per carry. So both these teams are going to try to get their run game going no matter who's in the backfield, and it's going to be up to the two defenses to try to slow them down and make their opponent one-dimensional.
The Seahawks and the 49ers square off Sunday at CenturyLink Field. You can listen to the game on the Seahawks Radio Network and make sure that you keep up with everything John has for you on Seahawks.com.